Goulet hands off to number 10. Emmanuel Beals around the outside. And he's going to take it to the house at 10:28. It's going to get called back. So the Cougars catch a break on that 64-yard touchdown attempt from Beals. Gets called back. Goulet in the gun for Wyoming Seminary, now 1st and 15. Pass low and in the dirt to number 22, Austin Dea. 10:24 remains in the first quarter. It'll be 2nd and 15 for Wyoming. Timeout called by Wyoming Seminary at 10:24 left in the first quarter. Take a 30-second break. They'll be back with 2nd and 15. Back out of the timeout, Wyoming Seminary faces a 2nd and 15. This time Goulet will go under center with a single back. Flag on the play. False start on Wyoming Seminary. That'll back him up another 5 yards. Be 2nd and 20. From about the 24-yard line. They need to get all the way out to the 44 for a first down. In the gun, read option to number 10, Beals. Around that right side. This time the Cougars shut it off. It'll be 3rd and 20 now. Wasn't able to gain any yards on that play. Clock ticks down to about 10:05 at the start of this play. Bills drops back, decides to keep it, and he's tackled by number 58, Chris Rubino. Nice read by the Cougars. That'll force a 4th and 18 for Seminary. Number 81 for Seminary into punt. That's Jackson Amen. Avery Jones stands back at his 40 to receive the punt. And the ball settles down around the 39-yard line of the Cougars. So with 9:01, Kiski will take their first offensive drive here in the first quarter. John Leidy will take the snap in the gun, hands it off to Cato Logespi. He's met in the backfield, falls forward for a gain of about 1. He was tackled by number 21, Dante Shang-He. Lady throws it underneath to number 5, Mike Tillman. Knocked down by number 10, Beals of Wyoming Seminary. So on 3rd and 8, the Cougars are on the 41. They need to get all the way to the 49-yard line for a first down with 8:24 here in the first quarter. Handoff to Avery Jones on the end around. Makes a player miss, and he's pushed out by number 22 and number 55 of Wyoming. Avery gets the first down there on that tough 3rd and 8. That'll move the Cougars up to about the 50-yard line. Beals for Wyoming Seminary is down on the play. Take a brief pause and be right back with 8:14 left in the first quarter. It's a scoreless game. Lady in the gun after the injury timeout. Again, pass intended for Micah Tillman. This time nearly picked off by Austin Dea. It'll be 2nd and 10 for the Cougars. Draw up the middle. Legespi gains about 3 yards to set up a 3rd and about 7. They mark him a little ahead for the lean. We'll call it 6 that they need to get. They got to get all the way to the 40-yard line. Play action. And out of bounds on the far sideline. Not sure who the intended target was there, either Tillman or Halmy. Either way, it'll be 4th and 6 for the Cougars. Clayton Halmy will come in to punt. Back deep for Seminary is number 2, Deshaun Jupiter Dean. He muffs the fair catch, but they're going to down him at the 5, despite him falling on it at the 2. So Seminary starts deep in their own end with 7:19 here in the first quarter. We have a scoreless game as Seminary will set up for their second drive of the afternoon. And that's a safety for the Cougars. Number 52, Seth Williams, getting in the backfield and tackling the running back in the end zone. So the Cougars are off to a 2-0 lead here with 7:14 left in the first quarter. Kicking for Seminary will be Josh Moses. They squib it, fielded by Micah Tillman. He slogs ahead to about the 38-yard line. So the Cougars have excellent field position here for their second drive. See if they can take advantage of the short field here. With 7:09 left in the first quarter, the Cougars lead 2-0. Pass over the middle, Nick Visaggi with the catch. Down to the 21-yard line on the slant route from John Leidy. Leidy handoff to Legespi. Got a little bit of a hole. Gains about 5 yards. Down to the, see where they mark it, the 16-yard line. It'll be second and 5. False start again against Kiski. We'll back him up. It'll be second and 9 Lighty gets it to Avery Jones. And a diving leap into the end zone will give the Cougars their first touchdown here this afternoon at 5:34. It'll make it 8-0 in favor of Kiski. Nice scramble by John Lighty. Finds Avery in the middle, who's able to make a play out of nothing and get into the end zone. Visagie will come in to kick the extra point. They audible. And Tillman's there for the two-point conversion. Kiski takes a 10-0 lead here at 5:34 left in the first quarter. Off to the kind of start they're looking for. Visagie in the kick, Beal back. He fields it. He's met by Micah Tillman, not able to keep him wrapped up though. He falls forward for about another 6 or 7 yards out to the 34-yard line. So Seminary will take over with 5:25 left in the first quarter. And the Cougars with a 10-point lead. Goulet under center. Fakes the pitch, keeps it up the middle, ball's out. See who comes out of the pile with it. They're going to say Seminary recovers. So Goulet pushes forward for about 4 yards where they're going to mark it. So it'll be 2nd and 6. From the 36-yard line. On the sweep outside. Finally tripped up by Eric Humphreys was Beal. That'll set them up with a 3rd and 2 opportunity. Handoff up the middle by it's Beals with the carry. Looks like with his second effort he was able to get across for the first. We'll see where they mark it. And they give him the first down. So 1st and 10, Seminary, with 3:44 left in the first quarter. Handoff up the middle to Beals. Williams is there along with Avery Jones. Gain of about 1. It'll be 2nd and 9. Out into the flats. Nice play by Clayton Halmy to prevent a opportunity for that yard after the catch from number 2, Deshaun Jupiter Dean. It'll be 3rd and about 7. .205 left here as he takes this snap. Deep pass down the sideline, intended for Jupiter Dean. Nothing there. What? 1:57 left now after the incomplete pass, and Seminary will set up in punt formation. And this time they decide to kick it out of bounds. They're going to mark him at the 38-yard line of the Cougars. So they have about 1:53 here left in the first quarter. Set up from their own 38-yard line and a 10-point lead. Lady is going to take a shot down the field at Halmy. Nearly caught by Clayton on a nice extension, but just a little bit over his head. So it'll be 2nd and 10 for Kiski. Illegal shift called against the Cougars. We'll back him up. To the 33-yard line. It'll be 2nd and 15. Draw up the middle to Legespi. Able to get back about half the yardage they needed for a first down up to the 43. So there will be about 6 yards left to gain here on second down. My apologies. I thought it was second down. It'll be second and call it about 5 or 6. Again with Legespi up the middle. Falls forward. He's close to the first down. He's got about 1 inch to gain here on third down.
Ask for a measurement. Get a measurement. Ask him to measure it.
So they're met with resistance on 3rd and inches. Backed up about 11 inches. Now there's a, let's see where they are. Oh, they lost a yard. So they're back at about the 47-yard line. At the end of the first quarter, the Cougars will face 4th and 1 as they come into the second. It's 10-0. Kiski leads over Wyoming Seminary. So they switch sides of the field. They'll now be heading to your left. Cougars face 4th and 1. They've got to get to the 48-yard line. They set Halmy up in a punt formation. Direct snap to Cato Legespi up the middle. And easily get the first down. So they take over now in Seminary territory on their 47-yard line. So gain of about 6 on the play for Legespi. Challenge out there to say Seminary territory over and over again. 11:33 left here in the second. Cougars now in Seminary territory. Lighting the gun with Legespi to his left. Throws it out into the flats for Avery Jones. He's got space, breaking tackles. Makes it all the way out to the 23-yard line. Gain of about 24 for Avery Jones. They give it to Halmy coming across from the receiver position. Doesn't look like he he lost a yard on the play, so it'll be 2nd and 11. Again, Halmy in motion. This time Legespi gets the handoff, fights his way forward to the 20. Yep, they'll mark it at the 20-yard line, so gain of about 4. We'll call it 3rd and 7. They need to get down to the 13-yard line. Lighty misfires to Nick Visaggi, nearly throwing an interception. 9:52 left here in the half. It'll be 3rd and 6 from the 20. 4th and 6 from the 20. Visaggi is going to set up for a field goal attempt. This is well within his range. And it's good. Nice kick by Nick Visaggi. Makes it 13-0 in favor of the Cougars. That was a 37-yard field goal by Nick Visaggi, and he'll come in to take over kickoff duties as well. Visaggi kicking. Beals is back, as well as Jupiter Dean. It's going to be Jupiter Dean fielding it at the 15. Tillman bounces off of him, and he's gone. That'll be an 85-yard touchdown for Wyoming Seminary. So they open their scoring here in the second quarter with an 85-yard return. That'll make it 13-6. Will Ziegler with the attempt. It's no good. So the Cougars still lead by 7 here, 13-6. They're going to call false start against the Cougars, so Ziegler will get a second opportunity. It's blocked. Micah Tillman able to get his hand in there and make the block. 9:31 left in the second half, or in the second quarter. Seminary will now kick to the Cougars. Back deep is number 2, A.J. Kimbrough. On the kickoff, Josh Moses. Line drive, caught by Kimbrough on the far side. Tackled by number 5, Kyle Costello. Ball will be placed at the 27-yard line. And the Cougars have 9:26 left to work here in the half. Handoff Legespi. Tackled by number 57, Ray Knob. He gets it up to the 33-yard line. Be second down and about 5 left. Humphreys on the carry. Tackled by number 10, Beals, and finished by number 51, Tyrell Chung. Backs the Cougars up to the 31. 3rd and 7 left. Pass intended for Clayton Halmy. It'll be 4th and 7 for the Cougars, so they'll punt it away. Only take about a minute 15 off the clock. So 8:11 left here in the half as Halmy sets up for the punt. Halmy decides to keep it. And he's tackled for a gain of about 1 on 4th down. So that switches the field for Wyoming. They'll have their best field position of the day, setting up in the Cougar zone at about the 32-yard line. 8:01 left in the half. Cougars are going to take a timeout to get set up on defense here. With 8:01 left in the half, it's 13-6 Kiski. Back out of the timeout. Seminary will set up at the Cougar 32-yard line with a 1st and 10 and 8 minutes left in the half. Galay gets it out wide to number 3, Todd Phillips. Gain of about 5. It'll be 2nd and 5. It's going to take an attempt into the end zone. On the coverage is Eric Humphreys. Pass intended for Phillips in the corner of the end zone. Third and 4 now with 7:18 left in the half. Read option for the quarterback. He gives it to Beals, tackled by number 67 of Kiski. That's going to be Reese Bowl. So 4th and 4 for Seminary. Looks like they're going to go for it. Quarterback keeps it. Basagi there for the sack. Takes him all the way back to the 49-yard line. That's the kind of stop the Cougars needed there. After they gave the ball to Seminary well in their own zone, able to stand tall on defense and get a crucial sack there. So the Cougars will take over. They're going to mark him down at the 42, so they're going to call that forward progress. That's where the tackle started for Basagi. So 6:34 left here in the first half. I know this.
Are you guys streaming?
No.
Oh, you guys are?
Legespi on the carry. Gets it out to the 45-yard line. Be 2nd and 7. Lighty in the flat. Humphrey's not able to make the catch and turn. Falls incomplete at 5:55 left in the second. It's unfortunate. He had plenty of room to run. That sets up 3rd and 7. Dead ball delay game foul against the Cougars. That'll back it up, making it 3rd and 12. Screen to Eric Humphreys. Taken real low by number 22.
That's a flag. That's a flag for taunting. That's a flag for taunting. You don't warn him.
Timeout called by Kiski. They'll regroup here and see what they're going to do. As they face a 4th and 12 opportunity. Be back in just a moment. Halmy will set up for the punt. It's Beals and Jupiter Dean back for Seminary. Nice punt by Clayton. Fielded by Beals and tackled by Avery Jones immediately at the 22. Seminary will take over with 5:18 left in the half. Cougars still holding on to their 13-6 lead, as both defenses have been stout here this afternoon. Goulet goes under center. In the backfield is Beals. Hand it to him. He's tackled on the far side by Jameer Adderley for a gain of about 3. It'll be 2nd and 7. 5 minutes left to play in the half. Read option for Goulet. He keeps it. They still need about 3 yards for the first down, so we'll call it 3rd and 3. 4:14 left in the half. Handoff to Beals. First down, Seminary. .340 left as the clock ticks. Thrown out into the flats. Number 2. Tackled by Avery Jones out of bounds at the 48. That's Deshaun Jupiter Dean with a gain of about 8 on the play. Handoff to Beals up the middle. Gains 4 on the play. 2nd and 6. He's injured on the play. Beals back up. Walking off with some help. Out of the injury timeout, it'll be 2nd and 7 from the 48-yard line of the Cougars. Keeper takes it around the outside. Met by Seth Williams out there on the edge. Gain of about 1. It'll be 3rd and 5 from the 47-yard line. 2:40 left here in the half. Pass out to the left. It's Todd Phillips gaining the first down for Seminary out to the 42. Excuse me, the 36. Hand off to number 21. This time Visagi's there to meet him. Dante Shangi. Timeout Seminary on 2nd down with 1:45 left. They'll face a 2nd and 11 here at the under 2 minutes in the half. Second and 11, 1:45 left here in the half. Goulet hands it off to 21. Finally hooked by Eric Humphreys, but not before he takes it all the way down to the 21. Clock starts with 1:33 left. Masagi on the tackle with Tillman helping. No gain on the play. .106 left. Seminary doesn't appear to be in any kind of hurry here. Now under a minute left. Pass out wide to Phillips. Gets out of bounds at the 10. It'll be 3rd and about 4. Clock stops with 52 on the clock. It'll be 4th down. Pass intended for Phillips, incomplete. On the stop and go route on the outside, looking to place it into the corner over Humphreys. 4th and 3 and 45 seconds left on the clock. Timeout taken by Seminary. Seminary sets up for their 4th and 3 attempt. Quarterback keeps it, and he's stuffed. He looked unsure whether he wanted to hand it off or not, decides to keep it, and is met by the Cougar defense. So with 39 seconds left on the clock, Kiski will take over at about the 8-yard line. Looks like John's going to take a knee on it and end the half. So as we go into the locker rooms, Kiski leads 13-6 over Seminary.
He's got to wait 5.
They're going to have to snap it one more time.
No, he's not going to blow it.
There we go. So Kiski leads 13-6 after the safety touchdown by Avery Jones, and then field goal attempt by Nick Visagi was good to get the Cougars their points. Seminary scored their lone touchdown on an 85-yard return. We'll be back in about 15 minutes with second half action. Start the second half. We have Josh Moses, who will kick off to the Cougars, who deferred at the beginning of the game. Back deep will be A.J. Kimbrough and Eric Humphreys. Just a reminder of where we are with the score. It's 13-6. Cougars lead. Low line drive kick over the head of Kimbrough. He's got to go back for it. It stops at the 3. They're going to mark his forward progress at the 12-yard line. So the Cougars will go to work deep in their own zone. Handoff Legespi on the draw up the middle. Ball's out. Not sure if they're calling him down by contact or if Kiski recovered, but either way, the Cougars keep possession. Gain of 8 on the play out to the 20-yard line. Be second and about a long 2. Legespi again up the middle. Gets a first down for Kiski. Pushes his way out to the 28-yard line. Thrown into the flat for Legespi. Nice open field tackle made by number 82, Sean King. Loss of about 4 on the play. So it'll be a long second down for the Cougars. 10:20 clicks on the clock. Thrown to the middle. Errant pass by John Lighty. Nearly picked off by Dante Shanghai.
Come on, guys, let's go.
So it'll be 3rd and long, about 14. They've got to get it out to the 38-yard line for a first down. Lighty rolls out, throws it long, jump ball. They're going to call it incomplete. Fourth and 14 for the Cougars. Homie punts it away out to about the 40-yard line. Muffed, picked up by Humphreys. Didn't fall on the ball, fumbles it himself, so Seminary gets a lucky break and keeps it. They'll take over at their 39-yard line with 9:45 left in the third. Handoff to Beals, sweeps it around to the outside, and forced out of bounds. Over there is Tillman, Adderley, and Jones. Make sure he gets out after a gain of about 5. Gain of 4, so it'll be 2nd and 6. Screen out into the flats. Caught by number 2, Deshaun Jupiter Dean. Gets it out to the 50-yard line. And they'll call it 1st and 10 for Seminary with 9:10 left in the third quarter. A little bit of an awkward handoff from Seminary. No gain on the play. It was handed off to number 5, Kyle Costello. Make it 2nd and 10. Pass on the play. Goulet pulls it down, keeps it. Tackled by Chris Rubino out at the 44-yard line. Still about 4 yards to go. It'll be 3rd and 4. Goulet rolls to his left, throws it, nearly picked off out on the left by Jameer Adderley, who probably could have taken that one back for 6. But that'll bring up 4th down and 4. They've got to get it to the 40 for a 1st down, does Seminary. They decide to punt.
Stay on side.
See if they actually decide to punt it. Could also try and draw the Cougars off sides. They do punt it. Out of bounds, no return available for Avery Jones. Gets it all the way up to the 30-yard line. So with 7:37 left in the third, Kiski will start in their territory at their own 30. Handoff up the middle to Legespi. Tackled by number 3, Todd Phillips. Also in there was 82, Sean King. Gain of about 1. Nope, loss of 1. I lied, it was a gain. Handoff, Jameer Adderley. Hole was there, but it closed up on him. Gain of about 2. He's out to the 28-yard line. Be third and about 7. Pass, Avery Jones makes the turn. He's got space. He turns on the motor, and he's gone untouched all the way to the house for the Cougar touchdown. Jones' second touchdown of the day from Leidy. That'll make it 19-6. On the long third down attempt, Jones takes it 60-plus yards. Nick Visaggio will come in to attempt the extra point. They fake it, roll out, back corner. Micah Tillman catches it, but not able to get a foot down before going out of bounds. And he's shook up on the play. Not before the Cougars take a 19-6 lead. .6:14 remains. We'll come back with the kickoff to Seminary. Visaggio will come in for the kickoff. Back deep again are Beals and number 2, Jupiter Dean. Kick it wide right. And it goes out of bounds at the 2. So with the penalty, it'll bring it out for Seminary to the 35-yard line. They have 6 minutes left here in the third. 6:14 actually. False start against Seminary will back them up 5 yards. It'll be 1st and 15 from the 30. pass attempt on the out route to Todd Phillips. Gain of about 3. Tackle by Eric Humphreys and Jameer Adderley. It'll be 2nd and 12. They're calling it a gain of 2, so it'll be 2nd and 13. Handoff up the middle. Brought down by Jalen Cooper is Emmanuel Beals of Seminary. Gain of another 2. 3rd and 11 for Seminary. I'll tell you what, last week it was wind attacking us. This week it's bees. Next week it's going to be frogs. Pass by Goulet out to the left. Nice open field tackle by A.J. Kimbrough. We'll bring up 4th, and we'll call it 6 for Seminary. Pass caught by number 22, Austin Dea.
Fake.
4th and 6. Seminary sets up their punt team. Seth Williams nearly gets to that ball to block it. Avery Jones calls everyone off. And it stops dead at the 28-yard line. With exactly 4 minutes left in the third, Kiski will have a fresh set of downs as the offense takes the field. Lighty in the gun with Legespi to his left. There's space. Making the tackle is number 21, Shanghai. Second and 6. Legespi met in the backfield by number 55. That's Nicholas Martino. Third and 6. Lighty into the flat. Halmy does a nice job of going back to get the ball before it gets knocked down, and he gets it out to the 46-yard line for another Cougar first down. Nice catch by Clayton. 2:40 on the clock here in the third. Fresh set of downs for the Cougars. Pitch to Clayton Halmy. He throws it. Avery Jones works his way around the defender. Wasn't looking at the ball, but no interference called. Be 2nd and 10 on the Pass attempt from Holme to Avery Jones. Avery making a nice attempt to get back to the ball on that one. Handoff, Adderley pushes forward. Gain of about 4. They're going to back it up and call it 3. So he's at a 49. Needs to get 7 on this third down. Pass drop, Avery Jones. It was a tough catch, thrown where only he could get to it. That'll bring up 4th and 7. Kiski shows punt here on the 4th down. A successful fake earlier in the game with the direct snap to Legespi. Holme punts it. And out of bounds near the 22-yard line. They'll mark him at the 23. 1:30 left in the third. Change the possession for Seminary. They'll have a fresh set of downs. In the gun is Goulet. Handoff up off to the left. It's Beals. Gains 6. Good to see he's back in. He was shaken up a couple times in the first half. Clock ticks to 1:10. Quarterback keeps it. Chris Rubino finds him in the backfield for a loss of 1. Backs him up to the 30. That'll make it 3rd and 3. Under 30 seconds left here in the quarter. We'll see if they get this play off before the quarter ends. Out route thrown to number 23. Gets the first down for Seminary. It's Jeremy Diaz on the catch, his first of the day. Looks like the quarter will end there. At the end of the third quarter, Kiski leads Wyoming Seminary 19-6. When we come back from the quarter break, Wyoming will have the ball on their 38-yard line with 1st and 10. Back after the break. Goulet goes under center on first down. Handoff to Shanghai. He fumbles it. Ball's out. Recovered by Seminary. Not before the loss of downs takes place, or loss of yards takes place. Backs him up about 2. Up the middle, it's Beals. Tackle made by number 52, Seth Williams of Kiski. Makes it 3rd and about 8. Ball deep. Pack. And it's brought down by Eric Humphreys on the interception at 10:37 in the 4th quarter. Humphreys gives the Cougars the advantage on that interception. They'll take over in their zone at the 26-yard line. Up the middle, Legespi pinballs his way forward to the 30-yard line, a gain of 4. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Wait till his arm goes up every time. Use all 25.
Lady in the gun. Handoff up the middle. Legespi's got space. Breaks a couple tackles. He's still on his feet. Gets a block. He's got space. Now it's a foot race. He's grabbed from behind by number 23 on a nice piece of running up the middle. Gets it all the way down inside the 25-yard line of Wyoming Seminary to the 24-yard line. There is an injury on Seminary on the play. Legespi rips off 40 yards for the Cougars. That was number 82, Sean King, shook up, but he's up and walking off the field. .9:27 left. Cougars now in Seminary territory. Cougars just trying to run some time off the clock, end up getting in deep into Wyoming Seminary territory, looking to score now. 9 minutes left in the 4th. Handoff Legespi again. Rips off a first down for the Cougars again on a gain of about 12. It's going to be a penalty against Wyoming Seminary's coach. They threw a flag, but they're going to call it a warning.
Yeah, that's a sideline warning. That you can't give a warning for. That's the only thing. The 2-minute warning, but that's not this league.
First and 10. Ball on the 13-yard line. Lighty takes it in the gun. Give it to Legespi again. This time, Seminary meets him in the gap. It's number 5 and number 76, Alexander Christeller and Kyle Costello. Legespi off tackle to the left. Tripped up by Shanghai. It's going to be 3rd and 4. They've got to get it down inside the 3-yard line for a first down. Legespi again with it, makes the jump cut, gets it down to the 5-yard line. So the Cougars will face a tough decision here. 4th and 2 from the 5-yard line with 7 minutes left in the 4th.
Go for it. Who's the kicker? 16.
Visagi's going to kick the field goal. .22-yard kick is good. His second field goal of the day. That'll make it 22-6. Kiski leads here in the 4th. 6:31 left here at Donald Jones Stadium as Kiski has a commanding lead. We'll see if they can hang on to it here as Seminary gets the ball. Visagi to kick it away. He squibs it up the middle. Fielded by number 2, Deshaun Jupiter Dean. Tackled by Adderley of Kiski. .6:25 now as Seminary looks to drive the field to close that lead that Kiski has over them, 22-6 right now. Handoff to Beals. Tackled by Rubino and Adderley. Gain of 2. 2nd and 8. They mark him down a yard ahead, so it'll be 2nd and 7. Gain of 3 on the play. Handoff to Beals again around this end. Seth Williams and Rubino on the tackle. Beals again shook up. Must have an injury that keeps nagging him today. It's his 3rd time he's come up hobbled. Third and 7 on the left for Seminary. 5:18 on the clock. That slant route was there for number 22, but he drops it. It'll be 4th down. 5:06 left. They've got 8 yards to gain a 1st down. Seminary shows punt. We'll see what they're going to do, if they're going to fake it or not. Low snap. Has to give himself up at the 16-yard line as he's touched down by Seth Williams. Nice break for the Cougars. 5:02 left in the game, and they get field position set up at the 17 of Wyoming Seminary. Lady in the gun. Handoff to Legespi. Spins out of a tackle by number 51. Pushes forward. Gain of about 2. 2nd and 8. 51 is Tyrell Chung. .435 left in the 4th. See if the Cougars can eat up some clock here to put Seminary away. Legespi cuts back and turns something out of nothing. Seminary met him in the backfield, but he was able to get away and push up to the 13-yard line. It'll be 3rd down and about 5. 3rd and 6. Under 4 now. Legespi again with the handoff. Pushes forward up to the 10. Maybe got to the 9-yard line. We'll see. Cougars are going to set up for another field goal. Visagie in to kick. It will be a 25-yard attempt. Missed it wide left. Just barely. Seminary will take over with 3:02 left here in the fourth. Deep in their own zone. Set up at the 14-yard line. Ball moves out to the 20. They take a shot down the far sideline to Phillips. Catches it out of bounds, and they're going to call A.J. Kimbrough for the pass interference. So that'll move them out to midfield and into Cougar territory.
No catch.
So it's not going to get moved out the midfield. 15-yard penalty, pass interference. He didn't catch it down the sideline. That'll move it to the 35-yard line. 2:53 on the clock. Pass again across the middle to number 23. That's Jeremy Diaz. Incomplete. Goulet rolls right, finds number 22, Austin Dea. Pushes it up to the 49, first down, 2:35 left in the fourth. Clock keeps ticking. Batted down, Nick Visagie stops the clock at 2:18. Second down for Seminary. Visagie this time with the sack, gets the knockdown and now gets the sack on Goulet as he held on to it for too long and backs him up. About 7 yards. Seminary calls a timeout with 2:02 left in the game. Offsides, Wyoming Seminary back out of the timeout. That'll back them up for third and, a good ways. About 23 yards, we'll call it. Third and 23. 2 minutes to play. Goulet has to keep it up the middle. Tackled by, he gets out across the line of scrimmage. He was tackled by Jameer Adderley and Chris Rubino. Gain of about 2. Needs to get 21 yards here on fourth down. Clock ticks down to 1:30. They're going to show punt. Jones fields it. Breaks the tackles, got space. Still up the sideline all the way down to the 26-yard line for Avery Jones on the punt return. 49 seconds left in the game. Lady in the gun for the victory formation. He kneels on it. Gonna have to kneel on it again as the clock winds down here. Cougars looks like they're gonna close the game out, winning 22-6. Lady just needs to kneel on it one more time. And that's the ball game. Kiski closes out Wyoming Seminary 22-6 here this afternoon.